Hey you guys, part 3 of my recon in the Republic of Texas. Um, Arrived at Dallas Fort Worth. Please, Texan friends, you know, add to my information here and correct me if my impressions were wrong. We were only there for 1 week. First impressions are not always right, so add to my knowledge, please. Um, Arrived at Love Field in Dallas. In the past we've used Dallas Fort Worth when we go through there in the hub. Love Field was also excellent. It's so cheap to fly in and out of the Dallas area. It's the cheapest place in the country to get anywhere from, which is one of the things that attracts us to the area. Because my wife is going to be spending a fortune in our retirement flying everywhere visiting grandchildren. It's just going to be the way it is. Um, we headed straight east to the area around Tyler and Hawkins and kind of the northeast Texas, which I guess is what Texans refer to as East Texas. Um, was very nice. It was piney woods, rolling green grassy hills, lakes. Um, we liked the people. We liked the area very much. My impressions were there were more houses than there were cars and people. So my sense of it was that maybe it kind of serves as a vacation area, a get out of town for the weekend area for Dallas. Is that correct, guys? I don't know. That was how it felt, especially around like Lake Hawking and stuff like that. Headed south, zigzagging toward Houston. The farther south we got, the more it felt like Oregon, like the seedier areas of Oregon. Because there's some areas of Oregon where you just get that deliverance feeling. um, Things were less and less maintained the farther south we went. Towns got a little more creepy. Not bad really, but sometimes you got the impression that maybe it's not a good idea to be out walking at night. um, so I think it's just an area where there's just too much damn rain to really maintain things properly and stuff like that. But still not bad. Houston, a nice city, a very bustly industrial city, as I feel. My son lives just north of Houston, a very nice area called the Woodlands or something like that. It's very, very nice where he lives. Um, on down to Galveston. Galveston, it was a windy, cold day there. Beautiful place, looked like vacation spot to me. It looked like it would be great to, head down there to the beach in the summer, but I wouldn't personally really want to live there. Um, but a great place for me to keep my boat. Yeah. um, then we headed down along, not on the coast, because you can't really do that in Texas very well. There was a lot of bayous and stuff like that, but up a little ways in from the coast to kind of get a feel of that. Again, it seemed like it was wet and probably never dried out. And it also seemed kind of almost like a shrinking area. There were abandoned houses and abandoned old storefronts and things like that, which we didn't see much of anywhere else in Texas. And I don't know if that's from a hurricane or what the deal is, but it didn't seem like a growing area. It seemed more like a declining area. Headed up into San Antonio, best city I've ever been in that I can think of. Just fantastic city. And stayed with some of my wife's relatives who were wonderful people. They took us down to the Alamo, and there's this Riverwalk area in central San Antonio, and ate at a nice Mexican restaurant that's supposed to be the oldest restaurant in Texas. Don't know. Saw Teddy Roosevelt Museum stuff and things like that. The bar where Teddy formed the Rough Riders is still intact as it was, I guess, and stuff like that. It was just great. Just absolutely. For a city experience, San Antonio, in my opinion, can't be beat. Next day, we headed north from San Antonio, straight up, to get a feel of the hill country. And it was very nice. It was very beautiful. Kind of reminded me of Ojai, California, except it just went on forever. It's kind of expensive up there compared to the rest of Texas, the rest of rural Texas. And I think that's a growing area. Population is going to expand out through there. But pretty neat. Then we headed on into Dallas and out. So anyway, that's my impressions of the area, the feel we got. The only real negative place was Waco. What's with Waco? As we were driving toward Waco, it just started feeling like California. It's like things got tense. Things started looking like California somehow, strip malls and stuff. And then in Waco itself, it's as if the people of Waco were the only people in Texas that didn't know how to drive for shit. We almost got taken out twice in Waco by people who were on their cell phones or eating donuts or whatever. And it just was a unpleasant piece of ground. And then as you got away from Waco, that feeling, the vibe just got better and better for us. So I don't know. Maybe it was just us. Maybe it was just that day. But did not care for Waco. That's about it. Hope I kept it short enough.